To come straight to the point, what in your view are the best arguments for accepting the position that Selassie is God?
Well, all right. First, what you said a while ago about opposing Christianity and Rastafari opposing. I don't think Rastafari is opposing Christianity, because the foundation, the Rastafarian theology, is really based upon Christ. Right. So it's not like you're opposing Christianity. What we are opposed to is the idea that came from to us via Rome.
White man.
Yeah, the Roman Catholicism, in terms of how the Roman Catholic control Western Christendom. That is what we are really opposing. So we're not really opposing Christianity as such. Christ, the Rasta man accept Christ. The man 2,000 years ago that walked in Bethlehem, Nazareth, wheresoever. The Rasta man is saying that the Bible said that Christ would come again in the flesh as the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the conquering Lion of Judah, based upon Revelation, Daniel, and a lot of the prophets. The Rastaman is saying that based upon what took place between 1894 and 1892, based upon what took place in 1930 and 1935, we, the Rastafarians, is saying that that Christ that was there 2,000 years ago has now manifested himself in the person of Emperor Haile Selassie I.
Yes. How do you justify that claim?
We justify it in looking, in reviewing history, in looking in the Bible context, in looking from what we...
Which Bible? The same Bible that the white man has given us?
King James version of the Bible.
That the homosexual man, according to you, the homosexual man King James commissioned?
Yes, that is the Bible we're looking at.
So why you have confidence in that Bible?
Because the Bible was not written by King James.
Ah.
It was translated by King James.
Did he pervert any of it?
Not really by him so much as
wasn't
a group of people.
He commissioned a group of people
yes.
to translate the Bible to what we now see as the English translation. If he perverted any of it, because long before King James, Constantinople and all these Romans and Greeks who were taking away the African concept of religion and concept of God, they took also the books that is now called the Bible into Europe, and through politics and through their own conniveness to really gain a hold on Christian and what we say religions of the world, they manipulated the words of the Bible to suit their own political and religious means.
So how do you know that the parts that you accept to show Selassie divinity were not manipulated somehow? How can you trust those parts?
All right. Because we're not looking now on just the Bible as it is written now. We are looking on history even before the Europeans decided to descend on Africa.
Clinton, how do you respond to...
Well, the only problem you would have with the view is that if they tampered with the so-called original Bible, then anybody who makes that claim would have to provide manuscript support for it. And I don't think there is any.
There's no proof.
There's no proof of what?
You have no manuscript support for the argument that they tampered with it and to show the particular in which they tampered with it, to show a white bias, let's say.
Yeah. There's no proof of that.
No evidence for it, manuscript-wise.
All right, so we could look on certain translations. There's certain translations that has been brought to us that we hold fast to be truth. But in the, all right, for instance, the idea of the word virgin meaning not having sex. Now, I don't know where the concept of the virgin not having sex come from, but the original text that it was in the original way it was meant to mean is meaning that there was a young woman, a woman who was a maiden.
Hebrew.
Oh, well, no, the virgin one is wouldn't be the idea. Parthenos in Greek definitely means a person who is sexually pure, untouched. Alma in Hebrew need not be a virgin untouched. It could be a young woman.
Yeah, what we...
So you're saying the Greek that was...
No, the Greek is stronger than the Hebrew. There's
but it wasn't written in Greek first.
It was.
No, it wasn't written in Greek.
The New Testament.
The New Testament.
No, I'm saying that it wasn't written in Greek first. We're talking about what was written before the Europeans descended into the land.
No, but you have the Old
mean-
Testament would be Hebrew.
Yeah,
The Isaiah text is
Isaiah
Alma.
text,
yes.
Alma is dubious. Alma could be a virgin, meaning sexually untouched,
Yeah.
or a young woman. No, that's
Yeah.
fine. But when it is used in the New Testament, the Greek word is Parthenos. There's no
Yeah.
question about it. Parthenos is untouched sexually.
All right.
And plus, Mary says,
So what we are saying
I
then-
know not a man.
Yeah.
And you know, sko in Greek also means, could also mean sexual intimacy. She does not know a man sexually.
All right, what we are saying now, that is the Greek that translated that concept
Yeah.
into saying that this woman was a virgin. I mean, virgin meaning
Oh,
without
okay,
sex.
without sex, okay.
That is what it is saying.
Yeah, that's what-
All right. So we are saying now that the word virgin, as it is used in the Bible, relating to the original text, was not intended to mean that this woman did not have sex.
I think you said it could mean either way. In
No,
Hebrew,
but we're not talking about it
Isaiah.
either way. No, because I say what he's talking about is the Greek interpretation of a Greek word. I am saying now that the original text, like how it was written, it was not meant to mean that there was a woman that was going to have a child that didn't have sex.
But that's the context in the New Testament.
Yeah, I'm saying, but how it was originally meant. For instance, when the prophets, like Jeremiah and Daniel, when they told you about the coming of this Christ, right? I'm saying that originally, when they were prophesying about this Christ, they were not prophesying that there was a woman that was going to come that didn't have sex.
No, well, I'm with you in a sense. You can take it two ways. You could say, all right, fine, the prophet said, a virgin shall give birth. Or you could translate Alma, a young woman shall give birth.
But that is what we are complaining
That's
here.
what
That's
he-
what we are talking
that's
about
saying.
now. Say.
So the Old Testament has two possibilities.
Yeah, what we're saying now, coming back to what
why
I
you
said,
accept?
we are saying now
Why we
that
have come down to
the
accept?
European concept of the virgin birth is what we accept.
No, you can't say that. What you
Well,
have-
look out there in the world
no,
and
you,
see what it
no, you would have to go now and say, fine, you move from the Hebrew text.
To the
You
Greek.
come now to the Greek text of the New Testament, and you find the statement in the Gospels that a virgin shall be with
Yeah,
child.
but I am not moving from the Old Testament. You know.
No, but what he would say.
No, I concede Alma can either mean virgin,
But
sexually
it is
untouched.
definitive. When
more
it is
definitive
inspired
in the New
in
Testament.
Luke,
Yes.
when it is inspired in Luke, it means
By
that.
the Greek interpretation.
Not
Greek
interpretation.
interpretation.
I mean the Greek translation.
language.
The
The
Greek
Greek language
language. Yeah.
i-
When it is
itself.
interpreted by the Greek language, it means a woman who didn't have sex. When you look into the Old Testament, it didn't mean that there
Necessarily.
it didn't mean that a woman went come to have a child that don't have sex.
But Christians traditionally hold the view that the New Testament gives further revelation to the Old Testament.
Yeah.
That some things that are obscure in the Old
Yeah, and
become
also-
clear in the New.
Well, I don't.
So we'd have to accept the New Testament interpretation of the Old. You couldn't use
No,
the
not
Old.
necessarily. Not necessarily.
we
Not
can be
necessarily.
detained on that tangent,
All right.
but-
Not
Yes,
necessarily
okay.
because one man in the Bible tell you that Christ was hung on a tree. I want to say he was laid on a cross.
It's not a
All
serious problem.
No,
could
it's not a
explain.
serious problem,
Yes.
but it's the
The
interpretation.
contradiction. Yes, yes.
It's not a serious problem. It's the interpretation that if we was to accept that one man same was nailed on a cross, meaning same have nail in him hand, and one man was on a tree, it would mean no. Then what happened to the point where it says, "Hold me hand and look there"?
No, but
and you see.
the two are not
We're
contradictory.
gonna
necessarily.
take a break at this point, but we're gonna be back for more.